I have some really good news. So I'm just gonna let it speak for itself. Here, I have a box. So, so y'all know how much I love unboxing videos, right? So I wanted to do an initial unboxing video, but I have been so busy and I have had so much going on. Things you wouldn't believe, both good and bad news. But it's part of life. But I'd say this is one of the best good news that has ever happened to me. So, sorry. It is a box of paper. Okay. No, but, oh, and bubble mailer. It's not bubble wrap. I don't like it. Oh, that was so much louder than I expected. Okay, so anyways, there's that. Okay, so. If you don't know by now, then you don't know. But just to clarify, for those of you who may not know, this is actually my novel. And I'm doing this completely like off the cuff here and stuff. This book, let's see. Oh, my bad. Here it is. And I'll read that in just a second. So, to you, it may just be a book. To me, this has been what I've been working on for the past 10 years of my life. I started this around the age of 12 or 13 years old. And while it's coming out to you as brand new, my mind is already working on other novels and other books, other projects, midquels, sequels, and everything in between quels. Now, overall, it is surreal and it is amazing to have this, but I kind of know the long-term effect of everything. So for me, I'm very happy about it. I love how it turned out. But for me, I'm just really tired. I've been, so I had 50 come in the other day and I've given some to friends and family that's helped out and stuff. And so I've just kind of been doing that for the past couple of days and just waiting and, waiting for that. And now here we are working on, like the next parts and the next phases of actually saying it's available now, so that's why I wanted to get past that phase of saying when it was available and say it is available now. And so it is on Amazon, like I said. It's also on Barnes & Noble's website, not yet. It is not in the stores yet, but it will be eventually. So there are more parts. And to me, I'm seeing it as more of the process and that this is just one step in the process. And you can see more updates here at riseoftourniquet.com. There we go. So you can check that out also. Now I will read the back cover and I will share some of the insides without giving too much away. So anyways, all right. So the best way to describe of what it is just by reading the back cover. Okay. Also, just let's appreciate the throne for a little bit and how that turned out. Oh, I like that so much. So anyways, a sinister mastermind named Tourniquet lures people to Ekka's Island to compete in a series of brutal events where the victor will be crowned savior of his home planet. Behind the scenes, conspiracies erupt regarding Tourniquet's trustworthiness. 22 unique individuals of intentions both righteous and maniacal present their perspectives throughout this riveting novel. In short, it is a sci-fi fantasy. It is not for the faint of heart. There are 3 probably, gory parts and stuff. There's nothing sexual or there's no cuss words. There's no I tried to keep it very free of politics and stuff. So, it's mostly to entertain, but I would say that, the moral of the story is probably to fight for what you believe in and that anybody can change. So, the deal with the book. So, it is also it's a YA, it's a young adult, a reader and stuff. And it's, if you don't I don't want to discourage, so sci-fi fantasy, there's some negative connotations towards it. For those on the outside, if you like sci-fi fantasy, boom, you'll like this. If you don't, then if you like fiction in general, this is something you may want to check out. There's a little bit for everybody. So not as much romance. There's some romantic parts, but it's just, there's a little bit for everybody. And there's a little bit of suspense and mystery going on too. And like I said, there are 3 pretty scary parts, I guess you would consider it. It doesn't faze me. I wrote it, but there are some parts where I'm like a little bit phased, but not what. I know what's coming. So anyways, this is the book. It's called Rise of Tourniquet. Tourniquet is a device that stops bleeding. So yeah, I actually had someone ask if the symbol, what the symbol was. It is a T. T for tourniquet, and then it's kind of made to represent like a dagger, kind of, a little bit is what we're going for. Or if you know what a katar is a weapon that goes underneath like this, and it kind of sticks out, and it's very hidden and stealthy and stuff, so it's kind of made to look like that also. So the cover art was designed by Rose Pekrivka, and she did an excellent job on that, and I really like how it turned out. A lot of people say that it looks like me. I don't really see it because I know who it is. This is the character Tourniquet, and it's funny because Tourniquet is mentioned 8 times on the cover, so you should know what it's called by this point. But anyways, I know it's a funny name, but it's what it's been called, So here, yes, you see the title and my name, and it's very cool looking. I like the Q. I like how the Q turned out a lot. I don't know why. And I think I know what it reminded me of. Aquafina. Look at the Aquafina label compared to that Q. It's just funny. We have the table of contents. Here's the copyright page real quick. There's a table of contents. There are 22 chapters and 4 sections. The sections are the prologue, the competitions, the half-truths, and the endgame. No, I did not know about Avengers Endgame when I wrote that. Okay, so just to clarify, that was later. I worked on this much sooner. Okay, and I was like, maybe I should section it off because I kind of see some sections here. Anyways, at each section, you can see the snake throne, and it's gradually getting closer, like it's coming toward you and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, my editor with CS Designs was Kathy Sanders, and she and her son actually came up with the idea to make this look like it was actually ripped out of a page, which when you read the book, I can't say too much about it, but when you read the book, these actually become pretty meta. Meta meaning, it's like it's calling itself out in a way. There's something in here that kind of works for that. And I thought that was pretty cool that we noticed later. So I like that a lot. And, here it says, the font is a little bit small here, but it says their name, the weapons, powers, and the power type. Okay. And then you can see, and this, by the way, this is what I call a margin character. This drawing was done by me, and all of the internal drawings were done by me. And then it goes, let's see, it's my sketches, and then they went in and made it look like that. Now, I'm not going to give away too much right now, so you can check on your own, but you can see how well that turned out, and the 2 O's on blood, it's just like it a lot. And, there's also, well, no, I'm not going to talk about that. And then at the headers, you can see it has the chapter name and the one who's telling the story at that point. So you don't have to go back to the beginning of the chapter. And you can see, without giving too much away, just by reading the table of contents and seeing the names of the ones that are mentioned, you can see the ones who are going to be mentioned a bit later. Okay, so, that's how I would read it anyways, is I would, if I had a book like this, I would see the table of contents, and then I would go and look at if there was something different on each one, I would go and I would look at each one of the table of contents. Warning, do not look on the other page from the side of the margin character. So there's going to be the character. Don't look at this page. Look at this page. Okay. So there's going to be some spoilers if you don't want to read ahead, but just look at the picture. I made the notes. Kathy and I, we worked on the notes. We worked on it where it wouldn't have spoilers in the notes. So you can look at the pictures, but don't look on the other page, okay? Now, there are also some kind of funny lines that I've noticed in just probably within the first 5 chapters that were completely unintentional. And you will see what I mean by that when you get your own copy. Okay, now, what does it sell for? That's a very important question. Okay, so let me teach you all how to read an ISBN number. And I'll teach you this again in another video when I talk about that. In numbers, here's how they read. Check your ISBN numbers before you buy a book. Okay, so I actually own 10 of these. They're actually very easy. This was probably one of the most easiest things I've ever done. And then anything past the 5 is going to be the amount. So it's actually $20.99. Now, if you are a wholesaler or if you're interested in reselling, I do have to do some research to get you some numbers on those. But that is how much it costs. For an ebook, ebooks are going to be about ebooks are going to be $6.99. Okay. And it should be available on the Kindle and Apple Books. And I've got to look into Google a little bit more before putting it on Google Books. But it will be, like I said, Amazon, and it is only in paperback. Unfortunately, with ISBN numbers, you have to put forward an ISBN number for each individual thing. So if it's going to be a paperback, if it's going to be an ebook, and if it's going to be a hard copy, that's 3. So I will maybe do one if they're really, really successful. And we will see how that goes. Hopefully, it will not take me 10 years to do a sequel. Okay? Like I said, my brain is, way off into book 2 and 3 and prequels. I've got like 2 prequels that I'm thinking about and a midquel. I keep getting all these ideas for fight scenes. There's a lot of fighting in this book. I will say that. It's not really gory, but there are some gory parts, but there's a lot of fighting. It will be $20.99. Now, I do have to charge for text and I do have to charge shipping if you are getting it online. Okay, not my rule. Okay, sorry. But like I said, we are artists. I'm a writer. You're getting something that took me 10 years to write. And, you'd be supporting me especially. And more than likely, if I can meet you, then or give you one that I have, it probably will be signed. I'll do 1 stack of the books. So that's half the stack of 2 stacks in 1 box that I have. Book signings. I have had people already ask me questions about doing book signings. Yes, absolutely. So down for that. Very excited. But it will be a little bit later on in the year. Okay, like I said, I know kind of the next steps that we're going to be taking. So it's not going to be something that happens right away, or it may be something that happens periodically. But first we have to take care of a couple other things. But other than that, I'm doing good. We're doing good. I mean, it's just been great. We've been super busy. We've been very productive. Well, this is the biggest news I have right now. You probably won't hear from me for a while because I'm going to go hibernate. I'm tired. Okay. Like I said, it's not been the easiest thing to do, but it has been one of the best things I've ever done. But I hope you all like it as much as I have worked on it. Please do not finish this in a couple of days or weeks. Okay, take your time, please. It's gonna be a while before I get the next one out. Alright, so don't be like, where's the next one? I'm done. You know, I just finished this one. Where's the next one? Because it's gonna take a while. Okay, honey, it takes some time. Okay, you know, you know, not being rude, but did you enjoy it? Did you digest it? Did you understand everything? You know, so that's what I'm saying here. You know, I'm just messing around, but I just wanted to let that be known to just please take your time. It took me 10 years to finally configure this puzzle that has been taking me forever to do. Don't finish it in a couple of weeks. I mean, a couple of weeks isn't that bad, but I would prefer if it's, you know, if someone just takes their time, you know, people are just rushing through things. Just take your time, you know, sit down, read it when you want to, do a chapter like a day or like a couple, like a section a day or something. I won't be picky. I just got it made. Everybody's going to have their own opinion about it, which is okay, you know, and I do want to hear that to help me as a writer and stuff. But, you know, it's going to be a while. So just please wait, you know. And by the way, if you have received a signed copy already, you all know who you are, okay? Come to me at one of my book signings if you have a favorite character, and I will draw the head sketch of your favorite character. Now, if it becomes a huge thing, then I will probably, like an even bigger thing, because it would be cool to do that for everybody who comes through. And that's my goal. But if it becomes like a really, really crazy excessive thing, I'll probably have to get a stamp of the characters and go bump, but it's still my drawing. So anyways, oh, and keep in mind there are more people than what is listed in the book. So some characters have a chapter, some characters don't. I think I've talked enough. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being such a great audience and all. And I can't wait to hear from you guys. All right. Oh, and it should be on our Rose's store page soon. Don't know when, maybe today, we gotta see, but everything is coming together. I'm really excited. Thank you for watching. Bye. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share our videos.